Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper, and in this video today,
we're going to be showing you some affordable edged weapons.
so let's take a look at it now. Okay guys, so to begin with, I went to the Smoky Mountain Knife Works and I picked up two of these swords to give a test on the video here. I got one to give as a gift to Brian that helps me on the YouTube channel because I believe every veteran and every warrior should have a katana. So I picked him one up. So he's going to get gifted with that here shortly. Now I got another one for myself that we're going to put through the abuse test. Now I made sure that this sword met my criteria. Number one, it had to be swab black or coyote tan. All my preps have to be that way, so this is totally blacked out. Now, some of the features about this sword that had to meet my criteria as well is that it's stainless steel. Most people want a high carbon blade. I want this to be able to go through the abuse of hard times, okay? So I don't have to worry about the water being an issue or being out in the field, because I am going to put this on my molly. Okay, the saya, the scabbard, is wood. Very nice quality. I like that, how it has the samurai warrior head on it. You know, the katana is the largest of the swords, and a wakizashi, some people might want that, and it would probably be a lot more convenient to at least put on your back of your molly, but I wanted a full-size sword. I wanted the katana. Some of the features in it is the brass pins. It has a wood handle, and one of the things that is important to me, especially as a Bible prepper, is that if I'm going to get a katana, I do not want one that has ray skin or shark skin wrap on it, because that I'm not supposed to be touching the flesh of an unclean beast or dead beast. So there you go. I'm not breaking scripture. It's got wood grips, and I will probably do paracord wrap on that later to help cushion the force whenever I'm using it. But anyway, let's take a look at it. The blade is full blacked out stainless steel. Very nice. The sword actually does have somewhat of an edge on it just right out of the box, but now I'm going to hit this on the stone and definitely give it a good go over. Very nice. I mean, for 30 bucks, I mean, no, this is not a cold steel you know, version katana where it's $600-700, but for 30 bucks you can abuse this. For $30, this makes a great prep if you don't have the money to invest in a lot of firearms and other things right now. And just the fact that this thing helped keep peace many years ago is something worth having now, because the time's going to come when you better have a peacemaker. So anyway, I'm going to get this sharpened up. We're going to give Brian his, and then we're going to get out in the field and give it a test. Okay, so I'm in the middle of sharpening the other sword so that we can get out and hack some stuff and destroy. I call Brother Brian over to give him one. There you go, brother.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy it.
Most certainly.
So we're going to sharpen these up. We're going to get out on the range, and instead of usually shooting something, we're going to hack stuff to pieces. So this ought to be great. Okay, so I had my friend Luke Davey at Before It Hits the Fan, and you can check out his YouTube channel right there. I'll put a link to it. I had him put me a molly attachment on this, and an awesome job with paracord wrap. Obviously, coyote tan, as always. Have to have everything black or coyote tan. So done an excellent job on that. So the handle is a lot better feeling now. And we're going to get out here, and me and Brian are going to chop some stuff up. So here's our victim. The weight of a samurai. Now we're going to take and try it with 2 layers. That's a fail.
Oh. Now we're going to try one that has not been sharpened. This is straight from the factory. And now we're going to try to chop cantaloupe. Now, as you can see here, by looking at the blades, you can see there is some warp in them, and we were trying to demonstrate the fact that these are not made to be your be-all end-all. It's simply a more affordable option to protect your home and have that as a valuable asset.
Okay guys, now since we had some fun out at the gun range, and instead of shooting today, we chopped some stuff, and no ninjas, okay? Ninjas are outlawed. But anyway, with that said, Brian's going to go over the vast majority of these edged weapons here in a minute. I just want to make a note about the katanas. Is, you know, these right here are the most affordable katanas I could find on the web. Thankfully the place that they were located at was just right down the road from us. But for the price that you pay for this, I think it makes a great asset to your prepping. In your opinion, Brian, you think that was worth $30?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, this is a throwaway weapon if you had to. I mean, even if a couple of marauders coming in your home, it at least saves your life. So it sharpen, unsharpen, you know, you could use it either way. I think the sharpen one done a lot better. I mean, it definitely is effective. With that said, I want to turn it over to Brian, step out of the way, and let him give you a variety overview of some other options that may potentially save your life and are very affordable. Brian, I'll get
Okay, now this one here is not an edged weapon, but some of these are for things you can keep right by your bedside. This is an asp, and they run you about $10–15 depending on the size. This is one of the smaller ones. You can get up to about 26 inches, and they get pricier as you go. But this, about $15. Here is a boot dagger, and this one's actually a small covert throwing knife. These are about $10 a piece. You have stainless steel throwing stars. Those will run you about $5 to $10 depending on where you get them. This is your Ontario knife, machete. It's good for your brush and whatnot, but if this is one of the few things that you have, you can use this at your bedside. These are about $20, and these here, this one runs you about $25. And then you go, and believe it or not, you can actually, in an emergency situation, you could grab your college looks cool decoration off the wall. As ridiculous as it may sound, something like this, if that's what you've got, that is a weapon of opportunity, and it will still inflict damage to protect you. These here, you can buy one of these for about $25. These are actually modeled, if you've seen a movie called The Hunted, this is a similar knife as to what's used on there. Good cutting edge for if you need to chop, your blade edge, bone saw on the back. You get into tomahawks, you have your traditional style tomahawks. This one is actually about $30. And then you have your tactical tomahawks. This is United Cutlery, and you can get these at about $20, $25 maybe. And then a traditional, this is Marine Corps style K-bar. These right now I think run about $60 roughly, depending on where you might get them. But all of these are in some form or fashion edged weapon apart from your asp. But they are definitely something to consider that most people don't think about protecting their home with, because the first instinct is to think of your firearms, and that's not always going to be your option, especially if you live in a state where you're prohibited from having those.
And one last note that I would make to what Brian said is never forget that you have one of the cheapest weapons on you at all times. It's your keys. It's good for gouging. Terrible way to have to deal with somebody, but I mean, if you had to, you can take multiple keys. You know, it's the same principle as using all these throwing stars, multiple gouge ways. So just something else to keep in mind. You always have a weapon. There's always something you can use. Don't feel like that you're defenseless just because you don't have a firearm. We live in a society that's dominated by you have to have guns, guns, guns. There's other ways to protect yourself if you have to.
Especially if you have a lanyard on your keys, the retractable lanyards, you can use those as an extended weapon.
So guys, we hope this was educational. Hope you had fun with us at the range, cutting up some fruit. And until we see you again here at Seven Trumpets Prepper Channel, we hope you have a most blessed day. In Yahushua name.